Hi everybody, it's Sheila and I am here with my daughters,
Rebecca, Katie.
and we're all together. They actually came home. Well, I guess this isn't your home anymore, but they came to visit me because we're off to Hamilton today to film some videos for the boys' version of the whole story, which is launching in October, which is super fun. But because you were here, I thought I would take this opportunity to get you to help me answer a reader question, which is right up your alley. So who wants to read it?
I'll read it. Becca does.
Okay.
Okay, the question is this. I have a 12-year-old stepdaughter who is begging to wear clothing as well as undergarments from Victoria's Secret Pink. Currently, our stance is that she's not allowed to wear their clothing, nor is she allowed to even shop in the store. My husband actually did initially allow her to wear panties from the store and actually took her and purchased some for her 12th birthday. After further discussion, we decided this was not a great decision and have not allowed additional purchase from VS Pink or allowed her to shop there. I struggle with allowing a 12-year-old to patron a store that sells sex. However, she doesn't understand this mentality, claiming that all of her friends shop there and wear their stuff. While I agree that much of their stuff is appropriate, I struggle with the image it creates. Please help. Are we being overly protective? Should we ease up on the rule of allowing her to shop at the store or wear this brand's age-appropriate products? I am mentally exhausted from the drama this is creating in our home.
Oh dear. Okay, all right, so here's the thing. When I first got this question, I had no idea what Victoria's Secret Pink was.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously
So yeah, well, yeah, because you're young and like you know stuff. So anyway, so I went online and I did take a look at the clothing, and it actually is quite cute. And
Yeah, it's really cute.
It's really more sporty. It's not.
It's more the athletic loungewear.
Yeah, it's not lacy bras at all.
No.
No.
No. It's supposed to be like a undergarment store for teenagers. Like it's not supposed to be about sexy. Like it's not like you know.
They
only have I think one like not full coverage underwear, and it's like an athletic thong.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, to be honest, any girls who do volleyball know you can't wear normal underwear underneath those spandex.
Yeah, that's just a thing.
So, I mean, that's another point.
I never did volleyball. Yes. Okay. So we're talking about clothes. So this store, it does sell stuff that really isn't sexy. It's about athleticism. And
I don't know. I mean, I feel like Victoria's Secret Pink is different than Victoria's Secret as well.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like American Eagle and Aerie. How like Aerie is more of like the comfy lingerie or loungy stuff, but then American Eagle's clothing. And I think that Victoria's Secret Pink is much more like athletic stuff. If she wanted to buy like a bra at Victoria's Secret, I think
as a 12-year-old,
I would be thinking like, why does she need? I don't think they would even sell 12-year-olds.
Okay, so when you're in and the pink store, like Victoria's Secret Pink is not sold in Victoria's Secret stores.
No.
So it's its own store.
Usually in malls.
At least in Canada.
We live in a really small town. We don't even have like any.
No.
Usually what happens in malls is the Victoria's Secret will be on one floor and the pink will be directly below.
And is it called Pink or
yes,
is it called
it's called
Victoria's
Pink.
Secret Pink?
It's called Pink.
Okay, well then, see, this would be my take, is that personally, I like to support brands that don't over-sexualize teenagers.
Mm-hmm. And so if a brand has two things, and one of them sexualizes people, and one of them doesn't really, put all the money in the one that doesn't.
Yeah. Like, I guess I wish she had included, like, why she said she thinks Victoria's Secret Pink sexualized. If she's saying Victoria's Secret in general, like,
I think that's what she said.
Like, the Victoria's Secret model show is very much of that kind of, you know, bra, panties, that thing. But if I think, again, Victoria's Secret Pink, for me, is very separate. Like, I think they actually are a company that does a really good job of separating teenagers and women.
Adults.
You know?
Yeah.
So, I wish she had clarified, like, what specifically, like, does she just think that, you know, she doesn't want her daughter wearing, like, lacy things when she's 12? Because, like, that could be a whole other discussion.
And that is valid, but it doesn't sound like that's what she's buying at Pink.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, so my take would be, I personally wouldn't make a big deal out of it because I think supporting brands that do that is good. And you could say, but the parent company sells sex, but honestly, the parent company of just
everything sells sex.
Everything is so interconnected now. So
well, and I think again, like you said, like this is a company that at least acknowledges the difference.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But okay, I have a much bigger issue with this question.
Right.
Okay, and this is what I really want to get into. As a 12-year-old, you don't need to be buying brand names necessarily. Like, there's a really easy way around this. And that's what we did. And so maybe you guys can talk about this a bit. But, like, when you guys, okay, granted you were 13. No. So wasn't that much older. No, you were 13.
When what?
When we started the clothing allowance.
Right.
So, okay, so when these guys were 13, for their birthday, what I did was I gave them a ton of money, okay? Like, I looked at all the clothing they would need to buy over the year.
We looked. You made me make the list, not you.
Right, like how many t-shirts they would need, how many pairs of underwear, bras, swimsuits, winter jackets, like everything that they would possibly need to replace that year. And then I kind of looked at, okay, what's like the average to low price of those things?
Mm-hmm.
And then I added that all up and I gave you that money.
Yeah.
And then that had to do you for the rest. And you guys became the best thrift store shoppers in the world.
Yeah.
Although, okay, but to play devil's advocate, I will say, like, you know, even then, I did like going to American Eagle every now and then and getting myself a nice thing. So if like this, the fact that this girl wants to wear a brand name, I don't think is something that is like, oh, well, you should just tell her to only shop at Value Village. Like, I don't think
no, but what I'm saying is, like, if you give them the money,
they can make that decision.
They can make that decision themselves, because I think like a lot of kids are telling their parents, I need all this brand name stuff, and that's expensive.
Mm-hmm. Well,
like,
I think
for
that
a lot of
kids,
families, that's really expensive.
Yeah. Well, a lot of kids too. I think it's this really young age when you can start to give them that choice of, do you buy the brand name or do you buy like 17 of something else?
Right.
No, but like even if they choose not to spend all their money on, even if they buy the same number of clothing, should they buy them all cheaper? That means that they have extra money, which means they can go out for ice cream with their friends more often.
Yeah, and that's what you guys did. Like when I gave you guys the clothing allowance, you always saw it as, how can I make a profit off of this?
Exactly. It's like, how can I? Like she says, I can spend $12 on a T-shirt. We'll do 6.
You looked cute. You just. You really shop differently and
but then every now and then there was a big thing that I wanted. Like there was a winter jacket that was $350.
Yeah.
And I spent $350 on a jacket. I still wear it.
You still wear it.
I still wear it.
You still wear it.
You know, and there were some shoes that I wanted that were $130, and I got those.
Yeah, and you got those sandals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They were like $130, and they only gave out this year after what, like 8 years?
I technically still have them, but I shouldn't wear them.
So
but the point was, like, I handed you guys the money, and then it was in your hands. Now, you guys didn't buy anything super inappropriate. If you had, I guess we would have had to make that an issue. But
again, I think, the point here is, like, I don't know if this, is she asking to buy Lacey, like, essentially lingerie? I don't think she is at Pink. So I think most 12-year-olds don't want, like, they want to buy a cute t-shirt. They don't want to buy, like, a teddy.
Exactly.
You know?
And the t-shirts at Pink are, like, $40. And so if she wants to spend her $40 on that, it's kind of like you can't go right ahead.
It's amazing how when the kids control the money, suddenly their desire for brand name products goes, like, right down. And suddenly they actually want to keep the money. So I just want to say, clothing allowances are a great idea. The funny thing was, you guys, like, the most expensive year was the year you were 13. Mm-hmm. When you were 16, 17, I didn't have to give you nearly as much money, and I reduced the amount.
You forgot to give me money.
Well, that's
grade
true.
10 and 11, and then by grade 12, you're like, man, you're on your own.
Yeah, that's true.
So
you were working.
Yeah.
But theoretically. But the amount I did try to reduce because, I wanted you to earn money yourself anyway and have an incentive. But also, when you were 13, you needed new everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, and then you got to, like, the size that you stayed at for
years.
Yeah. But yeah, when you were 13, you needed the new bathing suits and the new winter jackets and the new skates.
Yeah.
You needed skates and, like, everything. And yeah, we're Canadian, you need skates.
Mm-hmm.
And you never need those things again. But I did find that stopped a lot of conflict because it was in your hands. And so I actually did a post on clothing allowances a couple of years ago. I'm going to rerun it this week, and we'll have a printable in there so that you can help your kids get their own clothing allowance, because I do believe that will stop a lot of these issues. So that's our idea. We don't think pink is so bad, do we?
No.
I mean, in Canada, it's not. Again, like, the website seems fine. If it's completely different than the stores in the States, I'd be surprised. Mm-hmm. But as far as the evidence goes here, I think that we would be fine.
Support things that don't sexualize teens, but, I get where she's coming from. But if you really want to avoid these things, just give a clothing allowance. I think that helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So thank you for joining us on Ask Sheila. I will be back next week, and we're going to head to Burlington now to film for the whole story. We'll be telling you more about that next month. So bye-bye.
Bye.